What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another brand new news topic discussion. This is a very interesting one because this happened today, earlier, and well, basically, Dreamcatcher lost by 11 points in Everglow, ended up taking the trophy home, which is it's an odd feeling because I am an Everglow stan. I'm also a COC stan and Dreamcatcher stan. So you got three groups that I actually think deserve trophies. I mean, in COC's case, they're, in my opinion, as good as Dreamcatcher, and they also are a group, well, that's only had one award, I believe, or two, but they're still kind of in the same situation where they have had so many songs that were amazing, and it's like they just don't win music shows. And in this case, Everglow, to me, I was rooting for them when their debut happened. I was blown away by them, and that wasn't that long ago. If you're newer to them, only a few months ago, and their recent song "Adios," when it came out, I was like, man, this deserves a win. So this is where it really, really gets strange because when I saw them win and how shocked they looked when they won, I was so happy. But then I saw Dreamcatcher's faces, and I was like, I thought Dreamcatcher was literally going to take like the show today, so I was like so sad, but then happy because in Everglow's case, well, they achieved an award within their first year of promotion early. So there's a group that I stand that I think deserved one that finally got one. But now it's like Dreamcatcher, I believe, is the only one here that hasn't gotten a single award yet as Dreamcatcher. I believe somebody told me when they were Minx, they got an award. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, because I didn't really watch Dreamcatcher when they were Minx. But yeah, so there's a lot of debate on this and controversy, or let's use the word controversy, because there is apparently there's a calculation here that says pretty much Dreamcatcher should have won. You could see by this photo. It's I don't know who did this, and I'm not just gonna say if it's right or wrong, but apparently the total score for Dreamcatcher should have actually been 7,965. So they should have absolutely taken the win. So tell me what you guys think of that. And I'm just not going to say, if it's correct or not, because we don't know. You also don't want to just spread false information, right? I mean, like, in a negative way, because that's not good. If they really won fair and square, Everglow, well, that's what we got to accept, guys. But this, there is a lot of speculation, and it did feel weird. It felt so like unusual. It was like, wait, like when you saw Everglow's faces, they were shocked. Obviously I mentioned that, but they seemed shocked, as in like they thought Dreamcatcher was gonna win. To what it looked like, it was like that, So this is sorry to say this a lot, but interesting. This is interesting. And a lot of people have been retweeting these screenshots to the show, and then Dreamcatcher's company happy face. So if this makes enough noise, I'm assuming it's going to be investigated if it was false, because that's not right. If it shady things were done. Also, what I really notice is people are saying the expert opinions are bogus. If you're unfamiliar with the phrase bogus, pretty much they're not legit opinions, you know. And to me, the show, I really don't watch the show that much. So, honestly, probably until Dreamcatcher had this comeback, and so I wasn't sure what people meant by experts, and then I'm like, wow, that's a percentage of the vote, so that could really switch up, who wins. So that's interesting. I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, I know for me it's a tough one because I mean, Everglow's Adios is amazing, but Dreamcatcher to me is so different, especially with this different concept, more I say rare with girl groups. I would say that this should have actually gotten expert votes. I don't know, it's just such a unique style that we're seeing on stage here. There's only one other group with like Dreamcatcher style. I forgot their name, and people are kind of. I mean, that's how you know Dreamcatcher style is so different in K-pop. Is that this other group, people are just automatically bringing up Dreamcatcher. I forgot their name, and no hate to that group, but with other concepts and songs, people won't really, even if it's similar to another group. I mean, certain styles have been used so many times that people don't really say it's like, oh, that reminds me of that group, as often. The good news is, apparently, Everglow is not going to be on the show next week. It's kind of weird to say because I also love them, but and then someone said Card is not competing, which is kind of weird. By the way, that's another group that should be winning music shows too. And then someone said Twice is not going to be on the show. So Dreamcatcher has a good fight. So it's very strange, it's very silly when you think about it, because the truth is these don't define who's really the best. It's more like the music charts that can have a say, like iTunes, etc., the Korean charts, because Dreamcatcher is doing very, very well on those right now. So that's amazing. At the same time, it will always feel really, 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 really like crappy when they don't win. When there's a group that you want to win that doesn't get an award. I mean, I literally think every song since they became Dreamcatcher should have gotten at least one trophy, deserved one trophy. Obviously, I know they're not the only group on music shows. In many cases, you have groups that are just so popular, you can't outbeat their votes of the other group. But, that being said, I still think, putting aside the popularity deal, the song itself, the song is just each of their songs are award winning. So I said, man, if I had the money, I'd find the places that make trophies in Korea, those awards, and I'd pay money to make like a custom one that was like, something along the lines of Dreamcatcher is number one on all music shows, something like that, and have it the most fancy trophy and give it as like the ultimate fan gift. Because just seeing their expression of sadness is like, man, what could uplift them, And also, when you see, like for example, when it comes to groups that should win, the general public, in terms of like performance videos, covers, that's when you know a song's really, really good. Obviously this one's Dreamcatcher song's newer, but I'm gonna go back to another group here, COC, that was on top 3 here. Me, when Me came out, I was like, man, this song is amazing. Everyone thought that song was amazing. It is amazing. And I was like, how the heck are they not winning the music shows, right? And there's a lot of busking performances of Me. You know, that shows you how good the song is. Like, a lot of people were covering it and performing with it in the street. So this just putting that there. With Dreamcatchers, I've seen a lot of international fans covering it. So their recent song, even wearing the same outfit, there's a person on the Dreamcatcher group on Facebook that's posted an awesome cover. You're amazing if you're watching this. I don't know if you are, but yeah, you know, they've been in a group for a while. They're not brand new. Well, they're not like the oldest group around, but they've been around long enough to where it's just really weird. It's just really, really weird. You know, I could say, like, man, the cool thing is they're promoting in Japan, and I believe I don't know if Japan has their own music shows in the same way where people vote. But if they do, I feel like Dreamcatcher's gonna slay that. But also, you know, I don't know. I'd say it's not the excuse of that Korea doesn't really listen to rock. Like, I just feel like there's always very, very tough competition, you know, when Dreamcatcher promotes, you know. Yeah, there is a rock scene in Korea, in my opinion. Like, so when people say that, do they mean within K-pop? Or literally in Korea, it's just not big? Because, I'm saying this in the sense that I don't live there, so I'm just curious, because I have seen many videos on Korean with rock and stuff, so I didn't realize it was that, you know, I didn't have a clue that it was that small, that it was even small, because I've seen it. So I hope they find out about Dreamcatcher style, because I think that would help a lot. That would be a landslide victory to help them out. And I know that obviously, since Dreamcatcher doesn't have actual band behind them all the time, some people might be like, oh, they're not rock, yada. Well, I can tell you that I know someone who, like, grew up back in, like, the 60s, 70s, 80s, was a stage manager for, like, all sorts of bands, even famous ones. And I showed him Dreamcatcher, and this person legit was like, oh yeah, they are rock. They don't sound like pop. Like, they don't sound like K-pop. So, I mean, I guess that does back up the fact that, well, that in terms of K-pop, it's like, oh, well, that might be why their sound isn't as popular. And that's why that backs up that, hey, let's let the rock fans know and start voting for them. Because, man, there's a group that they will actually vote for. And so, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for watching, especially if you are a new viewer, especially if you're in Insomnia, because some of you guys have actually subscribed to me from the Facebook group, the closed group. So I really appreciate that you're here, because my channel is very small. I'm kind of underground. I say underground because I've actually had this channel for a couple years. Yeah, I know, that's really sad. But, you know, there are the few people who do watch, and you guys are awesome. So I hope you hit that subscribe button, because I definitely want to see you next time around. Peace out, y'all.
트로피카나 복숭아도 뚝뚝뚝 트로피카나 복숭아도 뚝뚝뚝 복숭아 뚝뚝뚝 트로피카나 복숭아도 뚝뚝뚝 트로피카나 복숭아도 뚝뚝뚝